Good evening, I'm Cooper Henkel. The Unified District of Antigo Board of Education held a special meeting Sunday night. The subject to be discussed, consideration to approve a mask mandate and limit asymptomatic quarantining. The meeting started with arguments back and forth about the ethics of the meeting itself, with the meeting having been scheduled Friday afternoon. Board member Danny Pyatt had this to say.
I wanted to point out that I believe not everybody in our community has had the opportunity, both for and against, to speak on behalf. So what you and what Mr. Mary have done is you have disenfranchised some of the voting constituency of the Unified School District of Antigo.
An hour went by until board member Dr. Noel Deep mentioned to postpone the meeting until a discussion can be set with the Langlade County Public Health Department. 2 young girls are in the hospital in Milwaukee, victims of a drive-by shooting. Police say the 2 girls, aged 5 and 11, were in a car with families Saturday night when another car drove up to them and opened fire. The family drove the girls to a police station where officers gave them first aid. Both were taken to Children's Hospital. The 11-year-old is in critical condition, but fortunately, the 5-year-old is stable. Right now, police do not have any suspects. Lincoln County Sheriff's Department released details about a fatal crash on Friday. Deputies in Merrill Fire Department arrived on State Road 64 near the township of Pine River and attempted life-saving efforts on the man struck. The driver of the vehicle was also injured but sought treatment later on his own. The victim was searching for a deer that he had struck recently, just before being struck himself. The victim has been identified as James Hartson of Gleason. All right, it's pretty chilly out there tonight, Jeff, but it's not staying that weak. What's the weather looking like?
Yeah, hey, Cooper. Well, the light rain showers and drizzle out there now are about to come to an end. Still a couple areas in Wapaka County here with a little bit of drizzle around the area, but we're in clear air mode across western Wisconsin now. You know what that means. Clear skies, light winds could mean some dense fog tonight is likely across the area again. If you're driving 3, 4, 5 a.m., get your low beams on. That'll help you through the dense fog early tomorrow morning. Look what we did today, though. Highs up in the 60s, 65 in Rhinelander, even a few low to mid 70s across central Wisconsin. Get used to those. It's going to be a warm week around here with temperatures in the 70s holding on. And out there now, it's still 57 in Rhinelander, still 60 in Mosinee. Very warm night tonight. So our forecast then tonight, though, is mostly cloudy skies. The drizzle is ending with low temperatures down near 50. Your full forecast is coming up. Cooper?
Thanks, Jeff. The U.S. Office of Personnel Management says the Biden administration's vaccine mandate can be enforced starting this November. The mandate requires all federal employees to be vaccinated against COVID-19. It encourages education and counseling first, but employees who continue to resist or have an exemption could be terminated for their refusal to be vaccinated starting November 9th. Biden also called on the Labor Department to require companies with 100 or more employees to vaccinate or test on a weekly basis. Anxiety over COVID-19 is at its highest it's been since last winter. That's according to an AP poll that found more than 40% of Americans are extremely worried about the health and safety of themselves and their families. As this stress peaks, many are experiencing a whole list of side effects that accompany the stress itself.
During COVID, it's not just been one stressor or 2 stressors. It's been more like a marathon or long distance race of stress, and many people are finding that their system is just taxed and overwhelmed.
Dr. Maragain recommends that people take this time to handle the stress adequately. She says there are plenty of ways to cope with the secondary side effects of this pandemic.
Many people are feeling some collective grief, some distressing feelings about the state that we're in, and we want to express them in healthy ways using emotion skills like journaling or talking with loved ones or taking good self-care and exercising and sleeping well or do creative with them.
It comes down to identifying and validating your feelings and focusing on what you can control. And if needed, don't be afraid to seek medical help. The FBI says gun homicides in the U.S. increased nearly 30% over the last year. In total, that's the largest increase in murder for 1 year ever. Homicides and non-negligent manslaughter reached 21,570 cases in 2020. That's an increase of 4,901 over figures from the year prior. This is the highest estimated total since the early 1990s, when homicides consistently stayed above 23,000 a year. Most crime has been on a continuous downward trend over the past 2 decades. Property crimes fell again, 7.8%. Robberies were also down 9.3% last year. Data from the CDC on suicide shows that firearms account for half of all suicide deaths in the U.S. in 2019. Homicides that same year totaled just over 19,000. There were nearly 5,000 more firearm suicides than total murders in the U.S. Just looking at homicide, every 3 in 4 killings in the U.S. involves a gun. Compared to Canada, there were only 651 homicides total in 2018. Adjusted for population, Canadians are 70% less likely to be murdered than Americans. Only a third of those murders involve guns. Canada reported only 12% of their 3,800 suicides involved guns, as opposed to 57% of suicides in the U.S. A study from Boston found 64% of all U.S. firearm fatalities could be averted if the U.S. had the same rates of firearm accessibility and ownership as Canada. That would be just under 25,000 lives saved each year. Attorney General Josh Kaul joined Democrats this week to push 2 gun control bills. One would require all sellers to do background checks. The other would allow judges to remove guns from people with prior histories of violence, including domestic abuse cases or history of suicide. A 2019 poll found 81% of Wisconsinites support such measures. Newswatch 12's Kyle Pozorski visited the Anago Gun Show to hear their take. Licensed sellers told him they already have to run background checks, and the private sellers who don't are part of the gun show culture.
This weekend, hunting enthusiasts came to the Bob and Rocco Gun Show in Anago to maybe pull the trigger on a new gun, ammo, or anything they can find inside those doors.
There's jewelry, there's Native American stuff, furs. They try to get stuff for just a little bit for everybody.
The Bob and Rocco Gun Show is put on by the Take a Kid Hunting Foundation, which has the goal of bringing together all generations, benefiting youth and disabled American veterans.
You see generations all come through at once, and and you hear them talking to, like, their son and grandson or whatever's going to go hunting with them too. And so it's a big deal.
When people hear the phrase gun show, they might think that there are only guns. However, this is not quite the case.
When you come to a gun show, it's not only guns and ammunition, it's a wide variety of different products that different vendors have here.
Jeff Hahn spends most of his time as owner of a military lifestyle store in West Bend, but enjoys the chance to travel around the state selling his merchandise.
We basically come to gun shows to get the name out about our business and to sell outstanding products by veteran-owned companies. One minute you're talking to somebody that works in a factory, another minute you're talking to a doctor. You just don't know who you're going to meet at a gun show.
Show director Ron Martin says that while gun shows often get a bad rap, Martin believes that people who enjoy gun shows are not criminals.
Yeah, they're come to gun shows, they have registered cars, they got insurances and things like that, where the criminals don't. I mean, they'll steal a car and go steal some guns.
Martin says that while private sellers do not need to perform background checks at the gun show, licensed sellers such as himself do, as a way to make sure criminals do not get their hands on firearms.
All I know is they keep calling it a gun show loophole, and I have never ever heard of such a thing, because for a guy like me, I have to call in every firearm I sell.
In Anago, Kyle Pozorski, Newswatch 12.
Although Wisconsin is best known for its cheese, the state is actually the #1 producer of this iconic, one-of-a-kind fruit. Stay tuned for more about this year's cranberry harvest after Weather with Jeff. That's after the break.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there, just when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs.
Get $500 customer cash on a new Corolla, CHR, Sienna, RAV4, Venza, or Highlander. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Newswatch12's Justin Betty and meteorologist Jeff Weller bring you the news and weather of the North Woods. Alongside the Newswatch12 team, they are committed to the community and ensuring that you are as informed as possible. The Newswatch12 team works hard to deliver the most important stories from around the globe, local and national sports updates, and weather reports. Watch Justin and Jeff weeknights at 5, 6, and 10 on WJFW NBC 12.
At Lakeside Living Design, we've always got something stylish in store for you. Whether you're looking for high-quality custom upholstery, decorative accessories and gifts, or are designing your space entirely from scratch, you'll have a friendly designer by your side, sharing their expertise, helping you bring your unique style to life. So stop by, explore our showroom, and together we'll make your space feel just like home.
Save today with 11% off everything. Now at Menards. Protect your home from the elements with Quad by OSI window, door, and siding sealant. It's an effective air and moisture barrier, and right now it's 11% off. Keep your projects moving with beautiful hardwood plywood from Timber Products. It's available in a variety of wood species and is perfect for building cabinets, furniture, and other projects. Save today with 11% off all of it.
Save big money at Menards.
Welcome back, my friends. Well, the fall colors are at their peak across the area right now. We brought down some leaves today, courtesy of the weight of the water. Some light rain showers across the area. Those are now pushing off into eastern parts of Wisconsin. Behind it, we are in dry, clear air mode across western Wisconsin now. That's a good sign. We'll be drying out for us tomorrow and probably beyond that as well. So here's the big low kind of spinning across parts of Michigan. It's a very slow mover. Now, the back edge of the rain is kind of near Green Bay right now, but the back edge of the clouds is off to the west across parts of western Wisconsin. It'll take probably all night into early tomorrow for the back edge of the clouds. You can kind of see it there to work this way. So expect lots of clouds again tomorrow, but the rain should turn off tonight, except for some drizzle for our southern counties later on this evening. Futurecast shows us very well. So here's this thing spinning over parts of Michigan. Throw in some cloud cover back our direction, which is not unusual, but still, it's kind of annoying, right? You want some sunshine back in the forecast tomorrow. We'll get some probably later in the day, but it might take all day to get there. Before that, though, we could see some dense fog back in the forecast again tonight. The air has gone calm. It's very soggy and humid outside. We'll get some dense fog before tomorrow morning. Already a fog advisory pretty much around us for the Lake Michigan area, Lake Superior, back off to the west as well. So if you're traveling west, they'll have some denser fog over there because the skies have cleared off that direction. For the rest of us, though, the cloud cover kind of helps prevent the fog from forming across our area this evening. Look at temperatures today. So here we are back in the mid-60s, a bit above average today in Rhinelander, but even a few low to mid-70s across central Wisconsin, and we are just getting started. It's going to be a warm-ish week around here for October. Out there now, we're currently at 57 in Rhinelander, so there's nothing really cool around the area at all, and even warmer temperatures are on the way. In fact, take a look at this trend. This is not normal for October. 66 tomorrow, 71 for Tuesday, also for Wednesday, into Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We'll have a week now into the 70s, and here we are now in early parts of October. All right, our forecast then for tonight, though, is lots of clouds out there. The drizzle has ended. Some dense fog is likely well after midnight tonight, with low temperatures down near 50. For tomorrow, okay, it's Monday. Lots of clouds in the morning, followed by some afternoon sunshine. That may be a stretch for our eastern counties tomorrow, with high temperatures near 66 or so, and a north breeze around 5 to 10. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows a dry stretch unfolding after today. Lots of clouds tomorrow, less clouds for Tuesday, lots of sunshine Wednesday. Our next chance for rain gets in here late Thursday into Friday with temperatures in the 70s. Cooper?
Thanks, Jeff. All that warm weather is great for Wisconsin's growers, especially cranberry ones. Wisconsin sold 59% of cranberries grown anywhere in the U.S., more than twice the closest state. That red round fruit also generated $179 million in 2020. Newswatch 12's Lily Zoller stopped by Eagle River to see how this year's harvest is shaping up.
This weekend is the busiest of the year for Lake Nokomis cranberries. Not only are thousands of people visiting their farm for Cranberry Fest, but they are also amidst peak harvest season.
Well, it's simply a great time to, particularly in Wisconsin, to watch this harvest and to see the berries float up on the water and ready to harvest, the workers coming together, and in the perfect weather, the fall trees is just a magical time to be out here.
Cranberries are the only fruit that do this. There's no other crop that is grown dry but harvested wet. I'm standing in a cranberry bed, which was dry just yesterday, but today it's been filled with water, and the machine behind me has loosened the more than 100,000 pounds of berries that now surround me. The next step is to get all the berries out of the bed. A large device called a berry pump handles that.
It vacuums them out at a rate of about 100,000 pounds an hour, and they go into the gravity wagons, and they leave the farm that day.
These berries will be sent to a gathering spot in central Wisconsin where they are frozen within a few days.
It seems to be average. It's not by any means a bumper crop, but it's better than the last couple of years.
Which means that cranberry lovers will have plenty of reasons to celebrate this holiday season.
This year I'm going to say they're better than ever.
In Eagle River, Lily Zoller, Newswatch 12.
The Packers got the job done today against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Nate and Griffin have the latest for us from Lambeau.
Hey Cooper, I'm here at Lambeau Field with my good pal, sports partner, Griffin Stroyan. And coming up next in sports, we'll have highlights from today's Packers showdown against the Steelers.
Plus, a great game from an old friend. How about Randall Cobb? We'll show you his highlights and what he said after the game coming up next in sports.
Roll into Nick's Hodag Lanes at Rhinelander for a night of fun. With 20 lanes available, you'll have plenty of space to enjoy with friends or family. Looking for more competition? Join a bowling league. At Nick's Hodag Lanes, bowling isn't the only fun activity available. Check out the Dart League, Cornhole League, golf simulators, game room, pool tables, and more. With 2 full-service bars and TVs, Nick's Hodag Lanes is a perfect place to stop in to watch a game. Host your next event at Nick's Hodag Lanes in Rhinelander.
At U.S. Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. While the other guys may limit your options, at U.S. Cellular, you choose any phone and we make it free. That's right, visit our store and any phone you see is free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month and get the most out of our state-of-the-art network, wherever you choose to go. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
ELM Repair in Edgar is a family-owned and operated full-service diesel repair shop. From pickups to semi-trucks to heavy equipment and RV service. If it runs on diesel, we can repair it. Want more power and better mileage? Our experienced professionals will get your truck running and at peak performance. With a state-of-the-art dyno and fully stocked parts department, we can even come out to you with our 24-hour mobile repair service. ELM is always looking for passionate and talented people to join our team. The Diesel Doctor. Have it done right the first time at ELM Repair.
Chayak, Edja, Danuk, Mugzuk, Meow. The place where everybody plays.
The Forest County Potawatomi presents a new 120,000 square foot community center in Crandon. A place for everyone to play, exercise, and have fun at an affordable price. Come in and experience the culture and endless opportunities available at the Forest County Potawatomi Community Center. For more information, please visit community.fcpotawatomi.com.
The Green Bay Packers won their 3rd game in a row this afternoon. Our sports team, Nate Myhawk and Griffin Stroyan, were at Lambeau Field for that contest, and they join us now for all the highlights.
2 historic NFL franchises met on the gridiron Sunday afternoon, and not only was it 2 premier franchises, we also saw 2 future Hall of Fame quarterbacks going head-to-head. Aaron Rodgers and Ben Roethlisberger, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, but somehow this was only the 3rd time that the 2 Hall of Fame QBs met on the field. Big Ben would strike first. A free play for Pittsburgh is going to end up with Roethlisberger connecting with Deontay Johnson for a 45-yard touchdown, his 400th career TD, and Green Bay is down early. The offense would be held scoreless in the first quarter, but in the first few minutes of the second, Rodgers is going to get it done with his legs from just 4 yards out. On Pittsburgh's next drive, the pocket collapses on Big Ben. He loses the football, and the big man, Kenny Clark,
falls on top of it. Packers take over at the Steelers' 23.
I thought our defense was playing hard. I thought they were well prepared, and, it seemed like there was pretty good pressure on Ben, and that was important going into this game. I just think our defense is getting better and better, and hopefully we can continue that.
And the Packers would then make them pay. Rodgers surveys the field and then finds Randall Cobb his first touchdown since his return to Titletown, and the Packers lead 14-7.
It's kind of like riding a bike, when you've been around each other for so long and you understand how he understands how I move. So whenever I'm getting ready to break out my route, he knows. It's muscle memory. When you see it so many times, it doesn't matter how long of a gap it is between. You'll be able to pick back up where you started, where you left off.
Pittsburgh was inches away from tying the ball game, but Juju Smith-Schuster can't haul it in. The Steelers would have to settle for 3 instead. Before the half, Green Bay would have to settle for a field goal of their own, but the kick would be blocked and returned by Minkah Fitzpatrick for 6. But wait a minute. Pittsburgh called for offsides, and we go to the half with Green Bay up 17-10. The Packers received the ball to begin the second half. Green Bay would get the ball all the way to the Pittsburgh 6, but a questionable T.J. Watt sack would force the Packers to settle for 3. But Mason Crosby's field goal was his 24th in a row, a new franchise record. On Green Bay's next drive, A.J. Dillon would set the team up at the 1-yard line, and Rodgers would cap it off on the rollout, finding Cobb for the second time in the game, and that pass also tied Rodgers with Dan Marino for 6th most touchdown passes of all time.
To have another guy in there who can get open like that and just have the feel that he does, just gives us a lot of flexibility in the offense for sure.
Pittsburgh would make this game interesting late, though. Najee Harris goes up and over for the score. That pulls the Steelers within 10. But the rookie Eric Stokes would put this game on ice. His first career interception is against the future Hall of Famer, and Green Bay wins 27-17.
I was really proud for him because I know that he's a guy that he is wired the right way. He comes to work with the right attitude, with the right mentality, and I think he'll continue to get better and better and better.
We can't underestimate this win either. Really good football team, 1-2, a little bit of desperation. We knew it was going to be a tough challenge. Great front, well coached, Hall of Fame quarterback on the other side. So this is a big win for us.
And so with that win, the Packers now improved to 3-1 on the season, and who'd have guessed that after that Week 1 thumping they took against the Saints? Yeah, not me. But, hey, it's going to be another tough game next week. They're traveling to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals, another AFC North opponent. Plus, the Bengals are 3-1, led by that guy, Joe Burrow. It should be another really tough opponent for the Packers, but that'll do it for Week 4. Reporting from Lambeau Field, I'm Nate Myhock, and that is Griffin Stroin.
The unknown is not empty. It's a storm that crashes and consumes, replacing thought with worry. But one thing can calm uncertainty: an answer. Uncovered through exploration, teamwork, and innovation. An answer that leads to even more answers. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
This is Ford Truck Month. Time to take a ride in the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 with an available 12-inch touchscreen, an available interior work surface, and for powerful performance on demand, a class-exclusive available ProPower onboard mobile generator. These are America's best-selling trucks. This is Ford Truck Month. Inventory levels are coming back up, making Truck Month the time to get an F-150 with 0 for 72 and 1,000 retail order bonus.
The Oofda Sign Store has over 1,000 different signs. Signs for any occasion or any location in your home. Man cave, cabin, she shack, bedroom, you name it. With popular signs like Coke, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Elvis, Wizard of Oz, Three Stooges, John Wayne, Marilyn Monroe, Jack Daniels, Budweiser, Miller, Coors, Hams, Ford, Cripes. That's a lot of signs. The Oofda Sign Store, located in Rothschild, near Harbor Freight. Great gifts for friends and family. Yeah, you betcha.
We
We protect more than the car you drive. We protect the dreams that drive you. The It's Not Where We Visit, but Who We Visit policy from American Family Insurance.
End of the road trip.
Protect yourself on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package, included when you enroll in the Know Your Drive program. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
Run through the fabulous fall colors of Wisconsin's Northwoods at the 8th annual Three Eagle Half Marathon and 5K. Join us on October 9th for a point-to-point run from Eagle River to Three Lakes on the beautiful Three Eagle Trail. Registration is now open. To sign up and to get more information, visit 3eaglehalf.com. The Three Eagle Half Marathon and 5K, a top-notch race in your own backyard.
So imagine running from Rhinelander to Tomahawk, back again, and then doing it all just once more. All at the same time, without stopping. A Minnesota man is doing nearly that. He's running 100 miles, and it's all for Minnesota Veterans Suicide Prevention and Awareness Day. Jennifer Austin shows us how he hopes his run helps veterans.
A persistent rain is enough to clear the trail of even the running lovers.
I hate running. Absolutely hate it.
Caleb Wedger is clearly not one of those people.
I absolutely loathe it.
Unfortunately for Caleb, this run is as short as this rain is dry.
We're on mile 80 and a half.
81.
Caleb's been doing this for a while, yeah.
So we've been going for 27, well, just ticked over to 28 hours right now. I took one little 20-minute nap.
Up and down the same trail between North Branch and Hugo.
We were able to kind of run a lot of the first 50, but now my legs are so tore up that we're shuffling our way to the end. I'm in a world of pain, simply put.
Simply moving until they reach this.
So we're gonna do 100. Yeah, we're gonna do 1 mile for every vet that on average takes their own lives in the state of Minnesota.
A number that Caleb, who served in the Minnesota National Guard, couldn't leave behind.
And that just kind of clung onto my heart and didn't let go.
The event is called 100 Too Many.
Ben Elfelt is president of the Freedom Fishing Foundation. Every penny raised from sponsors during Caleb's run goes to them.
We take veterans and military families fishing, all expenses paid.
That 100 Minnesota veterans that take their own lives on average, estimated, you know, that's not 100 people, that's 100 families that are affected by suicide.
Caleb would know.
My dad was a great man, beloved by many people. Unfortunately, he just wound up in that downward spiral of depression and wound up taking his own life. And that's kind of why I have a heart for families that have gone through that.
Motivation. As the man who hates running,
I felt better.
Encourages everyone to keep going.
But we're still moving forward.
This is Ford Truck Month. Time to take a ride in the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 with an available 12-inch touchscreen, an available interior work surface, and for powerful performance on demand, a class-exclusive available Pro-Power onboard mobile generator. These are America's best-selling trucks. This is Ford Truck Month. Inventory levels are coming back up, making Truck Month the time to get an F-150 with 0 for 72 and 1,000 retail order bonus.
At US Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. While the other guys may limit your options, at US Cellular, you choose any phone and we make it free. That's right, visit our store and any phone you see is free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month and get the most out of our state-of-the-art network, wherever you choose to go. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Dear Exit Strategy, all your pieces are in place. A tranquil lake, a serene sky, an emerald forest, a secret hideout. Thanks for being there, just when I need you most. Always Toyota SUVs.
Get $500 customer cash on a new Corolla, CHR, Sienna, RAV4, Venza, or Highlander. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
At Save More Marketplace, our expansive produce section features a large organic selection of the freshest fruits and vegetables. Get ready to fire up your grill with the finest cuts of Black Angus beef, USDA Prime, Wagyu ribeye, over 15 varieties of brats made in-house, and so much more. Our Scratch Bakery has fresh breads and custom cakes and design specialties for any occasion. Our deli has a great selection of meats, cheeses, and quick and easy meals. And with Save More on the go, we bring the freshness to you.
How many times have you searched the same thing? What to make for dinner, kid-friendly meals, easy party food. Stop searching and look no further than the Mr. Food Test Kitchen with new recipes every day on Newswatch12 Today and Newswatch12 at 6. The Test Kitchen has you covered for every meal, snack, and craving. Now, how many ways can you say, "Ooh, it's so good"? Mr. Food Test Kitchen, brought to you by Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio and Golden Carrot Jewelers.
So Oneida County Sheriff's Department had some big celebrations going on this weekend. Oneida County Sheriff's Deputy Dan Semmerling retired after 13 years with the agency. According to a post on Facebook, he served as a field training officer, bomb technician, and a detective sergeant in his time. Thank you for your service to the community, Deputy Dan, and congratulations on your retirement.
Imagine the things he has seen through his tenure there, right?
Yeah, that's got to be a lot,
Goofiness.
Especially with being a detective.
Yes. Interesting life. All right, so for us, interesting life is times as well. It's peak, leaf season right now. Colors are vibrant. They got a little soggy today with some rain showers out there, but tomorrow we're going to level it off a bit. We'll bring some sunshine back in the afternoon. Look outside now, temperature-wise and satellite picture-wise, you can see there's still that little spin across parts of Michigan, throwing back some moisture and cloud cover our way tonight. It'll take all night to get the cloud cover out of here, and most likely into tomorrow as well. Look for a mostly cloudy morning tomorrow, followed by maybe some sunshine through the afternoon. Temperatures, though, this is not normal. The average low is in the low or mid-60s or 30s this time of year. We're hanging out in the 50s and even some low 60s out there currently, and we're going to stay with this pretty much all week long. This is a very unusual for October 7-day forecast. We're talking 70s into next weekend. Our next chance for rain may be late Thursday into Friday, but overall a warm week ahead.
So there is a chance we won't have to wear Halloween costumes, overcoats?
There's a chance. There's a chance.
All right. Well, that's it for your news around the Northwoods. Have a great weekend.